in Africa officially begins. If you're out there, I hope you had a very amazing week. And of course, it's been a week full of activity. The activities, I hope, actually favored you or were in your favor. More money, more power to anyone who's watching us right now. You can use the hashtag TTTT. And of course, my panelists are here. I have to introduce them. Wanakaa amazing. Wengine wao hamjaona kwa muda, lakini guess what? Itakuwa ni vizuri sana wakituambia walikuwa wapi. Samiro online, by the way, sijui ni nini mbaya inaendelea huko. But one thing for sure, you are the birthday boy. You share a birthday with Bob Marley.
Hello.
Tough Gong himself.
Tough Gong.
Tough Gong himself.
Robert Nesta.
Robert Nesta. How are you, man? How's your week been?
I'm feeling too nice. My week was, however, confrontational. Nini pale online wamenitwanga mangumi lakini.
Yaani mpaka unaifanyia media tour. Samiro. Umetrend tu for 2 days unafanya media tour.
Where was I? You trended.
Where? It was something else.
Can we talk about it?
Yeah, we'll talk about it, Cindy. We'll talk about it. We'll give you the details of that. I definitely want to hear from this amazing gentleman. He's been away. If he was not here, alikuwa anaingia pale Tanzania, anatoka Tanzania anaingia pale kidogo Morocco mimi. Arsene Wenger msalimiana mimi. Like a lot of detail. We cheki. Kwani unaomba Mungu kiangalia kwa.
Producer angekuwa tu fair enough angechukua hiyo picha Arsene Wenger yeka hapo kwa screen. Ndio msiseme ni AI. But glad to be back. By the way, happy New Year's to the Trend viewers back home because nimerudi leo. I've been away. Nilikuwa Morocco December for AFCON to represent Kenyans, you know, to learn as well because we're hosting AFCON 2027. So we have to set the bar higher and higher and higher. Nikaingia da kidogo, karudi Zanzibar kidogo, nimerudi back home. So nimerudi kulipa tax. Mnajua hii serikali lazima ujitegemee. So
hizo zote lakini ujienda Bungoma.
Hajarudi home.
Walalomluya baby.
Watu wangu wa Bungoma wanajua kwa nini.
Hajarudi home.
Bado natafuta do. Nikimake it, narudi home.
Gentlemen, keep quiet. Okay. This is a moment for the lady of the moment.
Oh my God.
She is the queen, crowned right here on TTTT. Cindy, if your week was amazing, we can continue with the show. Talk to us.
Hey.
Aki Brad, I will not lie to you. The way you hype me up, you might think it's part of the show, but it warms my heart. Thank you so much. Aki, bless you for me.
Asante.
My week was great. Really fantastic to be here. I've missed you guys. I've missed Samiro, Kido. It's so good to see you. Love the energy, love the joy, and of course the gift of life. So.
Hapo sawa, but hii wiki pia imekuwa na mambo mengi. Mara pesa si maua, maua si pesa. So in a stern warning that sounds polite but means business, CBK has called out the growing trend of using Kenyan banknotes as decorative accessories. Whether you fold it, roll it, glue it, tape it, staple it, pin it, and otherwise mishandle it, all in the name of romance, celebration, and aesthetics. Now, CBK says that's not romantic, that's currency abuse. Watu wangu. First of all, Cindy ushai receive kama hii.
For those of you who don't know and you follow me on Twitter, my name is Cindy Ogana-Rogoi. Rogoi is from Odhaya Nyeri. So unajua hakuna pesa nimepewa.
What?
Lakini shamba iko.
Amazing.
We don't deal with cash, we deal with title deeds.
So it's Mogoda.
Mogoda, that's how we roll. Chai, kahawa, those are the things, you know, waru, here and there. But here's the thing that I find very interesting about the CBK thing. So they're talking about how, you know, it's a penal code against some number, I think it was 36 something.
367, yeah.
Yes. Oh gosh, if my kids were there, 67.
67? Oh, it's 367.
But watu wa mathri, mama mboga, watu wa ushago, kwanza ukiwapatia wateme, wanaifold, wanaeka wapi. Why is that not an issue? But when people are folding, expressing love, all of a sudden it's 367, apana.
Aya, najua imekuwa affect kidogo tu. Kidogo.
Imeniuma.
Because hujafikiwa kidogo. Aya, wangekuwa na rap nini Mogoda. Ama title deed.
We rap title deeds, my friend.
Kido, I don't know what you have to say about this because most Kenyan babes have been complaining online and we're moving closer towards Valentine.
But pia uliza pia watu upeana. Kido, atusemi kitu eni.
Kido. What do you have to say about this story?
I was away by the way on that, but what I'll say is that I believe that pia gava inataka, we should move on. We should take things serious at times. For me, it doesn't stop you loving your person. It doesn't stop you surprising your person. It doesn't stop you, doing the best you have to do for your loved one. So for me, those people ambao wanarant online, I guess wanafanya tu excuse, but kuna watu ambao wamekuwa affected, wale wanafanya kazi ya kufungia watu maua, watu delivery. Ule dem alikuwa maybe na bad day and make a good day. So for me, gava inafaa consider that. Maybe unaweza limit because naona wase wengi ushow off na ma 50-50. So unaweza useme kama unaweka 100k unaweza weka.
Sure, yani sisi sasa tusha master hiyo art si wasi wa machwani bouquet inakuwa bigi. Pale 3500 unavunja sawa kidogo tena wanatunyang'anya game. Tu consider unajua sisi tunaona hapa take how much. Juu kuna watu wana exaggerate, kuna watu wana come ku show off. Unaona bouquet imekuwa hapo 1000 yani 1000 yani hata kuna maua au hizi tabuke ni moyani weka hata maua 3.
Yo, by the way kuna wanaume wako na madharau sana. Unawekaje tao inafika 500,000.
Sisi wachwani.
Sina bouquet that goes up to 500,000. Na mtu mwenye anatengeneza ya maua unamlipa 2,500 uchomo. Listen.
Maana wale watapata asili. Unajua kuna mademo
hajapata hata flowers.
Yani hakupata maua ya ukweli ya do pia hajapata.
Okay, sawa. Acha tusikie kama inatuhusu. President William Ruto has announced plans to reduce pay as you earn, that is payee tax to a lower percentage, to 25%. Let me get that right. President William Ruto has announced plans to reduce pay as you earn or payee tax to 25% for Kenyans who earn up to 50,000 shillings a month. Now, this means that workers in the low and middle income bracket will pay less tax, and some people earning less than 30,000 could pay no income tax at all. The government will send the proposal to Parliament for approval. Currently, a worker earning 50,000 shillings loses about that is 3,000 to pension contributions, alafu and I lose another 1,375 to health levies, then 750 to housing levies. After that, anaenda home na pesa kidogo sana. Unapata 11,400 zimesha deductiwa. So meaning take home ni 38,600. What's your take on this? Cindy, today I'm starting with you. Yeah.
So there are two takes to it. Of course, we know election season. Oh yay!
Oh yay!
So we all know. We know this language.
Campaign season.
We know this language. AFCON inakuja na maneno elections. So it's fine. It's to appease the people. However, it could work in two folds. For those who have been earning, the breakdown you've done is really great. Those who are earning 50k, the relief is there's some relief. They'll take home more money because now they are taxed less. However, we have employers who might take advantage and say, now the highest person in this office is going to earn 50 Gs. So it keeps people poor. And for small businesses that are struggling, or those employers wale wanapenda kufinya watu, now it will become the new minimum wage for middle class or lower income earners. You entry-level jobs, you probably qualify for something above 50,000, but everyone is going to kanyagia you that 50 Gs. So there are people who are praising and saying, phew, there's some relief, but there are those who are looking at it as a way of also saving money for themselves and will not increase your salary. Because if they do, they will have to remit more taxes and they are not in for that story.
Samiro, hii inakuaffect aje mazi?
Unajua, this one I want to pose a question for the viewers because this regime is doing some things. Unajua kama wewe ulikuwa ile mbogia. One time. I've been sitting around with my friends and slowly by slowly they are talking about things that are being done after our maandamano and everything. Na wanasema, ujamaa tena anafanya vitu. No. That's just something people are saying. That's hiyo ndo kitu watu wanasema.
One time. Wow. You're not sure you're going to say one time.
Just iko tu kande ya one. No. Wanaanza kuweka two. No. Because let me tell you, unaona hii kitu pia ina target wase wenye wao piga kura zaidi.
Yeah, true.
Pale chini. Mshambo kwanza wewe ile pesa yako utakuwa unaipata yote. And then there's people who are into sports, come on what he did what he has done to football. Well, you'll agree with me, the regime has really done something for football and for sports.
What have they done?
No, whatever incentive was
Stimulus,
given,
I think it's
whatever incentive was given even during Chan, hata kama inakuanga, I don't think it has happened before. You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, true.
No. And then the girls were also awarded. Yes, I don't know if it's an incentive or it's something that is always supposed to be.
Waliuziwa nyumba kaambiwa nunue nusu.
Wait, what?
But then, during those other ones, it was never there.
Okay.
So,
Me,
by the way, we have to look at it in a different side as well. Even if we are criticizing the government for reducing the mnaweza kusema ati government create problems, haina create a solution to the problem. But the other side pia kuna watu ambao wana struggle every day. Hao ni watu low income earners. So assuming uko na family in Nairobi on 30,000, so it's a relief to the small entrepreneurs, it's a relief to other, Kenyans. So for me, I want to see more from the government. I want to see government delivering more. Kama sasa ndio Cindy amesema tunaingia ile kona ya election, wanaweza kata vitu, kesho waende house levy, kesho waende nini, sawa. But you see, a government need to create an environment ambayo everyone can survive, everyone can work in a peaceful environment. Kama unafanya biz, tuliona juzi dem fulani LD analia wamechukua stock yake.
Yeah, na alikuwa ametumia a lot of money to actually establish.
So you see, government look to see other things. It's going to peke yake to release pay. Of course the government is trying as much as possible to create opportunities. Sasa inajua gava inajaribu kuhit deadlines zile promise zote waliweka ku support Kenyans, but for me I look at it in a positive way. So rather we criticize it, we see if it's going to be effective. Sometimes inakuwa ni videos za social media ama kwa TV, then kwa ground pia ni different.
Here's my take on that, if I may, Aseli. So to piggyback on what Kido is saying, what the government is doing is we are beggars on the street. It's giving us bread, and we are happy because we are satisfied then. But at the end of the day, the next morning we wake up, there's no food. If I earn 30K and I go home with the whole 30K, but capitation hakuna, so I pay full school fees. Inflation is still high. 1,000 nimeenda shopping, nimetoa vitu 2-3, biashara nikifanya taxes bado iko hapo, bado unanirudisha kwa poverty. So sahi ni kutufunika macho.
So ni breadcrumbs.
Ni breadcrumbs. And if there's somebody who's honestly moved by this small move, then I worry about us being a well-informed electorate.
Let's put a pin on that. Take a short commercial break. On the other half, I definitely want to hear, mtatumia dollars kutengeneza ile flower bouquet, ama pia what's your take on history ya deductions kwa watu wana 30,000 and 50,000. Sisi ya. Yeah, even during the break, we are throwing banter. If you're out there, you are here on hashtag TTTT Trendsetters with me, most bankable host Brian Sely. Find me at Brian_Sely. And of course, I'd like to just reintroduce my panelists wako pale. Muko sawa watu wangu?
Tuko sawa.
Ngogi iko sawa.
Happy birthday, Samiro.
Watume kitu.
Tutolee form Samiro.
Sawa. Before your form kuna mtu alitoa form, like literally kutoa form. So a Kenyan man decided to solve landlord-tenant dispute using load shedding. Now, not KPLC, not the government, just pure vibes and vengeance. Now, according to the reports, the landlord allegedly refused to refund his security deposit. Ile unaekanga, alafu unaongeza nini ile monthly, sindio? So after he moved out, hiyo ni kama ilikuwa imeshindikana. So the tenant decided to refund himself in darkness. This man did not go to the rent tribunal. He did not call a lawyer. He went straight to the main switch. Because who needs small claims court when you have access to the meter box? In short, waliishiwa power because this guy was like, hamta pika, hamta charge simu, hamta watch Netflix, hamta disconnect kila kitu. Yeah, no. It's
you
actually,
had to do it, eh?
Yeah, he had to do it. Alisema mtanirudishia pesa yangu. So John from house B, ali decide to activate darkness.
Samira, I have been a victim. Yeah. Nyumba yangu ilikuwa how much? 17,000 hapo. Alafu nikaambiwa deposit
17,000.
Na uliingia tu Nairobi juzi.
Mimi nimelelewa Nairobi. So saa zingine pia ni kumanuva, si ati iko. You just know your way around. Unaona?
Yeah.
So nikihama naambia jamaa, niaje, I think nitakalia deposit ama what happens? Mimi natoka, utanipatia. Do you know what I was given? 628.
Kwa nini?
Shillings.
Nikaambiwa ati hii imeenda kwa rangi, hii hapa mfereji ulivunja, hii nyingine I was given yani nilipatiwa breakdown. By the time anamaliza kuongea, roho yangu ilikuwa chini because what are you saying? Naona haiwezekani, and ukirudi hata ukiangalia vizuri hiyo ni zile manyumba umeingia, pressure hata not everything was done ati vizuri hivyo. So ukirudi ukitaka kufuatilia hiyo kesi, sijui wenye wanajua nanga, utakuwa frustrated. Finally wakaniambia tunakutumia pesa wapi? Nilikasirika nikasema ni sawa.
But 628
out of 17,000.
Ni nyumba ulikuwa umeichoma.
Bro, mimi hata nilikuwa kana shanga. Hii ni makosa gani nimefanya?
Uli hang picha yako ya graduation hapo.
Oh, yeah.
Wapi? Mimi nilikuwa na TV nikaeka pang, kiti, meza na kitanda. Hapo ndo naanza sasa maisha hapa. Kadil kanaingia 1 2.
Ameanza maisha.
But you're talking to someone who does not sleep, Cindy. Nikitoka hapa ameingia kazi anaunganisha anafanya.
Aya, talk to us, Cindy. What do you think about this whole incident? Is it fair trial ama ni kuendaje?
I think it's fire for fire. You know, there are some landlords who you cannot talk to them, you cannot reason. So the same way they are being unreasonable, even you become unreasonable. Then that tenant did and disconnected all that power. It will cost that landlord even more than probably that rent and deposit to sort it. Okay, I'm not advocating for vandalism because it is vandalism and vandalism is a crime. But sometimes when you're dealing with somebody kichwa ngumu, hata wewe we meet fire by fire, I match your energy.
Madhara yungue. Ujinga ende na ujinga.
Aki, I'm like Samiro sijawahi rudishiwa deposit.
Yes.
And because me I don't like fighting and I don't believe my God will limit me for small monies. I'm like kanayo.
No. So mmesema Nairobi watu hawarudishi. Wacha tuulize Morocco na Bungoma kama by the way, sikia tuko na case study hata tukitaka Dar es Salaam and wapi uko kwingine
Zanzibar.
Yeah, so just talk to us according to your experience.
Acha nikwambie kitu moja. Huyo jamani stima. Mkisikianga mnaambiwa wachia watu wa stima fanye kazi yao. Ndio hii. Yaani huyo jamaa alikuwa ni electrician ama ni nani? Ikifika level mtu anaenda kudisconnect stima ya apartment yote.
Ni waya.
Huyu jamani noma. For me I don't advocate for that. Blessing amesema because now kuna watu wameka stock yao hapo ya watu wale wanafanyanga shopping kama Cindy ati shopping ya 1 month. Wanauza vitu kwa fridge. Kuna watu hiyo walikuwa maybe wanafanya research wanafanya assignment. Na
wewe ni kidogo pia unasafiri Zanzibar.
Kuna watu mimi sasa niko na nini hata siwachangi fridge. Mimi sidangi kwa nyumba but sio iko sawa. Lakini kuna watu maybe walikuwa wanafanya errands zao, kuna watu wanapika, kuna watu wanafanya bakery, kuna watu wanasoma. So ukiangalia watu wamekuwa affected for no reason, that's the side ambayo na feel sio sawa. But now hii issue ya landlord kuharass tenant ama tenant kuharass, we've seen these cases so many times.
So common.
Ukiona inafika level mwenye jamaa anafanya hivyo then inamaanisha hiyo system iko pale, kama ni agent, kama ni wale wasio run hiyo property, then they are frustrating. So for me I'll ask for Gava to intervene because ukianza kwenda milimani for your small case mama hiyo waanza kupitia procedure. By the way, you don't have time. Unaamka asubuhi unaenda job, unarudi jioni, unapigia kiateka simu amezima, anakuambia landlord alienda sijui China kuleta mzigo. Akirudi anakuambia andika email, andika barua, peleka kwa watu wa property. Upeleka watu wa property anakuambia atupatie 14 days. Tutakuja ku assess nyumba. Ndio ile Samiro alipata ameweka mapicha amedownload alikuja.
I'm sorry to interrupt but kidojua once your case inapelekwa pale you're not the first one to go
pending
kwenda kwa kesi kama hiyo. So jua ule mtu akona connections tayari kwa ile koti. Ni ngumu sana wewe kushinda hiyo kesi.
Lakini jamaa amepata solution, amepatia.
Kwani wewe si Mkenya?
Connection.
Are you not a Kenyan? Police akishika una establish connection next time. Your friends.
I'm being told that we need to take a short commercial break. Clearly watu hiyo plot hawakuwa na connection. But to be connected na wewe in the next half, keep on using the hashtag TTT.
You know.
Mambo ni kama haya. Elemone Parankui is what Chelsea said this week because they could not believe. They could not believe.
Can you finally win for something? Win meaningful games. Because according to me, the last time you guys played in a European final,
Samiro,
the
last
kuongea mbaya, I can do it. Lakini sasa hii ni kuongea reality facts.
Angalia facts pale online. The last 7 matches Chelsea imecheza na Arsenal. Chelsea tumedraw na Chelsea 3. Tumeshinda ngapi Samiro brother?
Kido and Aseli, the last time Arsenal won something meaningful, you guys were not employed.
First of all, we don't care. They were
still in school.
Exactly.
First of all, we don't care.
Let us shine a little.
Kenyans are talking. Hapa hivi kuna wanaume wanasema kwa ile story ya maua. Pesa si maua. We are talking about how CBK has actually introduced a rule. Wamesema tusitumie pesa kutengeneza maua or bouquets. And of course there's someone who says wametuokolea mazee. That is Tuwei Hambrus. CBK ni wivu too, Brighton too. It's surprising that the gentlemen are the ones who are talking about this. Steve anasema haya Cindy is from Odaya Nyeri. That's new Modoa house. By
Any.
Yeah. Ati any.
Any. Oborowaku.
Wacha tusonge to the next story. Not unless, gentlemen or lady, you have comments from online.
Jodo Mondi says landlord got his match. Kuyo jamani kimpata naweza mpa noti ya shilingi 1,000 kwa kutupa mbinu ya kudeal na hawa shens.
Hey. Mwingine ana comment pale? Any of the comments online?
John Omondi anasema #TTTT. Mimi as long as Rais Ruto, His Excellency ananikataa house levy hata apunguze nini haoni kura yangu. Achague house levy ama vote yangu.
Oh, ni house levy ama vote yake.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
We're good.
We're good. I'm going to move on to the next one. This is quite surprising. So in some parts of Laikipia, giving birth can mean traveling for hours on broken roads or not making it to the hospital at all. Now, the reality is, that is exactly what the reality is. And of course, the Laikipia County government has launched a fleet of motorcycle ambulances aimed at saving the lives of expectant mothers and newborns in remote areas, particularly in Laikipia North. Now, the initiative was launched on Wednesday, February 4th, 2026, to address long distances, poor road networks, and rough terrain that have made the emergency care dangerously slow or impossible for many women in labor. Speaking at the launch is the health executive, Albert Taiti, said the project marks a critical step in the county's fight against maternal and infant deaths, which are often caused not by a lack of treatment, but by delays in reaching care. Cindy, this is a pressure point. But there's a lot of things to unpack in that statement or whatever the county executive said. I think 21st century, we've seen that our government has not set their priorities, especially national government, and then down to the county governments. What do you have to say about this whole incident?
I'll be honest, I think it is a shame that a county that has such a huge budget and has money for expenditure to run the county, fuel the head of the county's big cars, entourage, go places, is not thinking developmental, but is thinking stopgap measure and coming up with what I would call at best mkokoteni ambulances. So you could say the terrain is really rough and maybe there are places where the car cannot reach, blah, blah, blah. Fix the problem. Don't have knee-jerk reactions to something that if there are no roads, there are no... Fix the roads. If the hospitals are far, put more money and resources in building hospitals. Allow me to speak from the perspective of somebody who has pushed 3 live children, I thank God.
Yeah.
When I was in labor going Hosi, ilikuwa zile siku Jogoro ilikuwa Jogoro, sio sahi vile mnaona, by the sahi Jogoro liko poa ilikuwa mbaya. Taxi driver ndo mbio because I was in active labor. I felt every bump and every pothole and I was in a car. Now you can imagine a woman in labor, ako kwa mkokoteni na napelekwa na boda. Because those, it's such a shame that we are even launching it as a worthwhile project. I mean, si sasa to launch to seme mimi kama mama punda nipatiane biashara, wacha nduthi zipak, patia punda kazi. Let's go back to drawing cats with donkeys and stop technology. It is such a shame.
And I tend to wonder because most countries, not only Kenya, most countries in Africa have not been able to solve maternal care. Just last week I was reading a document and it says that also in the States, maternal care, especially for black women, is such a dangerous sport. Like if you're pregnant, it's dangerous. Giving birth,
yes, it is. It's a life and death situation. It really is.
So it's something that I don't know. We can go to the moon or go to space, but hatuwezi solve story ya natural birth. I'm just quite sad about that. Gentlemen, you're so quiet. Kido,
najaribu kufikiria sana because I don't know kama hii ndio barabara ya kwenda Singapore.
Aki.
Because we have leaders ambao wamesoma. Kenyans we are very smart.
Wamesoma.
Okay, kama wamenunua certificates Amiro.
What are you guys saying?
Pale online.
I mean mauliza swali.
Yeah,
wamesoma.
The math is not math.
Yeah, alafu ni leaders wametembea, wameenda baka benchmarking. Wanasema kutembea kwingi ni kuona mingi. But surely mali tumefika saa hii with technology and everything. Hata jirani tu akiona tu ati tunaweka ambulance boda jamani, tutasema nini? Honestly, I blame the government, the county government for the launch of the project. Yes, it's a brilliant idea, but we have passed that phase.
Yeah.
You know, watu wanajaribu tu kutafuta miradi ambayo sasa watamaliza ile budget yao ya county waseme tulifanya hii na hii na hii. You know, kama ni ideas, watafute ma youth, watu creative wakae chini na madaktari, waone vile hiyo services ita move closer to the people. Uwezi nitoa huko ndani kwanza barabara ipiti, alafu huyo mtu anduthi kama labda simu yake shiki network, barabara ni mbaya, ana ngata, alafu anakubeba wewe, utakubali wife yako apande hapo hata kama ni sister yako utakubali? I think we should sit down, we have to be serious. And then we need to prioritize things. Of course, health is very, for me, I support government working on making sure that, you know, watu wanapata best medical service. Despite, kuna mavitu zinapotea huku health system, I work, but we really need to step up. The government needed to work for the people. It's so sad.
For real, some of these things should not even see the light, because I also feel like the person who is doing PR for the government pay now fail, because he ni kama rage bait. Okay. You know, people will come out complaining. They have been put there because the roads are not okay. Unaona? Sasa mpaka unarudi mpaka unalaunch. Simuuze hizo nduthi 5. Hata basi tu mweke tu mara.
Yeah.
At least make the roads passable.
But I get what you're saying. And I don't know why. Cindy, kila saa wanataka kusolve problems za youth ama women, wo by nduthi. Skia. Unemployment.
Nduthi
most young people wameandikishwa
ama soko umbrella.
You know,
it's always to keep in a certain
lazima wa afford
tax bracket.
Lazima wa afford. Sababu wakikuwa empower ujiweze, hautaweza reason now anymore. Unaona? So ukikuwa competition kwa inakuwa threat.
You know,
barabara poa inamaanisha vitu vingi poa.
I'm going to ask a question, and I'm not throwing about against anyone. I'm not throwing blows against anyone. Because your women rep you kwa nini haswa?
It's a very valid question.
Because I thought that there will be champions for such issues. If that you're a woman, you could see the pain of a woman. Vile Cindy ameongea hapa hivi, ulipatia a deeper understanding of what's really going on. And even the pain that you had to go through to make sure that you get to deliver. And you're someone who's empowered. So imagine someone in Laikipia kule ndani, and they're going through trouble, and then we are launching 5 pikipikis. Man, are we solving the symptoms or the problem?
This question goes to the women leaders in the country.
We put a pin on that. We want you to think. And also, this is 2026. There will be a lot of campaign. Utaona watakula moturana sisi. Utaona a lot will be done.
Wanachoma mahindi.
They'll come repair our houses. Watabeba maji.
They'll come and carry the children.
They'll have breakfast. They'll kiss your baby. Think, and you need to think. Hii nikifikiri itatufurahisha sana. At least tumekuwa na mambo mengi. But hii next one I think itatufurahisha kidogo tu. So Google has announced a major breakthrough in artificial intelligence, AI. It can now understand Luo, Kikuyu, and Luganda, which means AI is finally learning not to mind its business, but minding its business in local languages. Now, the 3 languages have been added to Google's Waxel speech dataset, a project designed to help AI actually understand how Africans speak, not just struggle through accents like it's confused. Tunajongele wanasema go to Ngong Road. No. Google says this move will speed up the development of voice assistants, speech-to-text services, educational tools, and of course, agriculture. I don't know what you have to say about this, and of course, is it something that you feel like it's commendable?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Me ni Mjaluo, so you know I benefit. Wakisi, I don't know mtafikiwa lini, lakini sisi kama Wajaluo.
Choma shule.
Sasa hiyo tuko safe. Watu wa Western.
Sisi tuko poa.
Watu wa Western tuko sawa.
Guys from Western speak Swahili.
Tutawalipisha kufunga.
No, guys from Western speak Swahili. So they've not had a problem in trying to speak to
Ndiposa.
Yeah, wanasema kwa minajili ya siku. Lakini wakisi kusema niko hapa August. To mean opposite. I think Google was having a hard time, especially speech to text.
Hapo ni ngori, wacha tuanze tuna.
Unajua sahi it affect biz zetu pale December. Unajua si ulipisha wazazi kujua AI. Sasa mzazi ashafuzu hapo bana. Ukiongea Kijaluo you can do it. But then on the flip side inafanya vitu zinafanyika mbio. Sahi hata marketing. Unaona AI unaweza shika maindi zako hivi. Aiongee na package vitu vizuri to using AI right now that you can do it even in Kiluo, in Luganda na hiyo lugha na Kikuyu. Kwanza in very strategic.
Kwanza watu ya
Kikuyu kwanza biashara fari hapo tunasonga vizuri.
No, I think it's also a good thing. Cindy, think of it like this. Now Luganda, Kikuyu and the Luo is not an inferior language when it comes to prompting. And of course, artificial intelligence. That's a good step forward. I think we should have more and more of this. I don't know, Kid, what you have to say about
Maybe I agree with you on that, but I'll say we have to admit that Luo, the Luo, it's a long time coming. Ilikuwa international. So in the Google wameconfirm yawa. Kitambo sana, but I look at it in different way, opportunities for Kenyans. You know, kuna tupata opportunity job, but I want to see more on that. I want to see other communities being involved. Lesindi amesema wakisi tutafikiwa lini. So I'll expect to see more on that. But pia itasaidia when it comes to education. Mtoi yuko pale mtaa, maybe mzazi anataka kumsaidia kusoma, ama teacher anataka kupatia an assignment to make sure that the institution understand very well. Itawapatia opportunity pia kushare information. So for me, it's something positive. But for us Kenyans, we have to embrace technologies. High time now we have to move forward. For this, I totally support that. I totally support it. It was just time coming.
Or is it because the Luas have too many sub-tribes? Wanyore,
Isuha, Maragoli.
Chagueni basi moja.
But wakisi wako na moja. So
what a beef, man. What a deal.
Now, this is a bonus story. I just wanted to put it out there. Mourners were left stunned at a funeral in Machakos County after a Catholic priest abandoned a burial ceremony mid-service following a disagreement with the family members. Walimuuliza, alisema kama mtaki niendelee na hii procession, kitu mnaweza fanya, mnaweza niambia tu niende. Wakamwambia enda. Father akaishia. Wewe mko na madhara, mnafanya Mungu vibaya siku hizi. Samira, what do you have to say ukiwa mtoto wa deaconess?
Hello, hallelujah. Asema last
mtoto wa deaconess.
Hello. I feel like it's not about bending rules. Najua pia these parishes na kanisa ziko na masheria, lakini vitu hizi zinataka tu emotional intelligence. Read room. Sasa zingine umeenda mahali maybe watu amko mnaenda ushago as often na kuna zile masheria they are not familiar with. So ukienda pale kama pastor, fanya tu kazi yako. Najua kwa kanisa mambo hii ni baada hii, lakini emotional intelligence itakwambia the ground is not safe, the ground is hostile.
Cindy,
if I do this, need to overstep.
Strong theme, Christianity versus culture. I don't know.
So mine is a bit of a personal experience. Again, my mom passed on a month ago, and we are Catholics. I was raised Catholic, so it was a Catholic mass. Do you know, service ilianza 8 a.m. 8 a.m. ewange, and it started on time na ini ushago. We started the family with 5 people. Representatives were like, don't know, because at 12, the church checked in, and the last person to speak, alikatwa midway, kwa sababu pastor amefika, na Mawego Parish said, it is 12, it is 12. So churches za ushago sio kama hapa in Nairobi. Nairobi you can come and say, oh, All Saints is booked back to back to back, but the weddings or the funerals extend and they're okay. Ushago, they take this stuff very seriously. Even the date of burial is determined by the availability of the parish, not the family. So it's also good for family guys to know this when they are booking services za ushago.
Nadhani in this situation family come first. Wase walikuwa na born. So our church leaders need to sometimes pia, you know,
be lenient,
kidogo, because we said this so many times. We've seen kuna time harusi iliachwa katikati, kuna pasijuzi alihave kutoa apology, leo kuna historia mourners. So I don't know kama wanachomea church, because now wase wengi walitoka kwenda church because of some priests, some leaders. Sasa hivi kwa mazishi wana behave like this. So for me, it's a bad picture to send to the community. Wangezika the soul vizuri, alafu baadaye wasotio different scandal.
Hi, Sasa, you've been a great sport. Lady, gentlemen, najua tutapatana tena very soon, but of course, happy birthday to Samiru.
Happy birthday,
Bash inaendelea by the way.
May you trend for the right reasons.
Yeah, 10 p.m. to midnight, we're going to be having a Friday night rave with most bankable host Brian Aseli and Claudia Nesabwa. For now, let's catch some news.